Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Sunday Chit Chat, or if you want, Sinful Sundays. Um, you can hear a bit of the music background. Hey, Blade Charge, yeah, and enjoy your day at work. I know it can be chaotic on a Sunday. I have a few things I got to do later this afternoon. I'm bumping into all sorts of different weird things in the last while. I was supposed to do this last Saturday or Sunday, but kind of fell ill with an unusual cold. I still kind of have it. I don't know if you can hear the raspiness in my voice. That comes and goes right now, and I'll apologize if all of a sudden you hear me coughing like crazy in your ear. Um, but feeling better, but the cough is lingering. So I'm hoping that it's just a cold of some form. Hoping that it's nothing else. I haven't been feeling any different. Been feeling better. And, here on a Sunday morning, overcast, cloudy. It's been raining. I don't know if it still is raining. I haven't even looked out the window. I haven't even gone up to the front door to take a look at it. For those of you who do Celsius, it's only about 5 degrees Celsius and it feels like 2. We're only going to get maybe to a high of 7 or 8 degrees and it feeling like 4. For those of you in Fahrenheit, I'm just going to switch it over. Right now is 41 degrees Fahrenheit, feels like 36. And the high is about maybe 45 Fahrenheit, feeling like 39. Our overnights are a little bit different, and I'm going to get to that. So come midnight, be 41, feeling like 36 Fahrenheit, and probably not going to drop down much more than 39, but feeling around 36 with rain throughout the day, overnight I should say. And to Monday, we're gonna have rain off and on throughout most of the day. We'll hit a high of about 45 Fahrenheit, feeling like 39. So basically, 7 degrees, feeling like 3. Um, then it dips down a little bit lower than that. We got a couple of negative temperatures coming up in it, and it's just how it is. Hey, Derek. Yeah, it's rainy and damp here too. It's just the way that it is. So that's basically how the day is. I just been kind of spending it so. I've already had breakfast. Fried up a whole big package of bacon, and then I fried a couple eggs in that grease and made some bacon and egg and cheese sandwiches. And then one of them, I put some one of my hot sauces on it. Put a lot, just put a bit. I don't know. I wanted some hot sauce, but because of the way my throat has been feeling because of the coughing, I just didn't want to go too nuts and burn where maybe a little raw feeling. I want to try to do this every Sunday if I can. A little bit later in the afternoon, maybe a little bit closer to dinner time. I don't know. We'll play with it by ear. I'm not making any promises, but I'll try to. As soon as I finish this, I will put another schedule up saying, whatever time I kind of basically am going to try to do it. I know some of you has been not getting notifications through Google/YouTube. So just bear with me a few seconds here while I go do this. On Facebook, I sent a whole bunch of people out invites to join a group known as Hell's Pentagram Bone Toss. Basically, it's so that way those of us who are in there, if you got a live or anything else that you personally are doing because you are the creator, that you can drop your link in there. I don't care what you're talking about, what you're doing live. That's fine. If it's violates guidelines, then of course the guidelines are going to deal with it, not me. We'll leave it as that. A few of you have been using it, which is great. I haven't seen too many of the others. I know a couple people that, have joined. They're just probably just going to be sit in the background. They see things, whatever, and they don't always, click and do things. Hey, John. Hopefully your Sunday's going good and your Gamecocks suck. But if they're all together, huddled together, is it a circle jerk? I can joke with him that way. He knows I'm playing around. Let's see what else is going on. I didn't get to go where I wanted to go the other weekend because I was sick. And plus it was rainy, so I didn't want to jump around out in the rain and the leaves and whatever else of a cemetery, not feeling 100%. And then probably if I was 100%, maybe I would have gotten sick. Sorry about coughing in your ear, but just to give you an idea that, yeah, kind of a cough. Well, it's morning time still here, Beth. I know you're 5 hours ahead. And I hear that now you're going to have 2 hoof feet instead of 1. So that way you can have your split toes and such. And let's see what's going on. Hang on a sec here. I'm going to mute myself for a second because I think this is going to be a bigger cough. All right. I don't know whether I coughed in your ear or not, or if I got it muted. Either way, apologize. Just remnants that's left over. Halloween's coming this Tuesday. See, I don't even know where I am half the time right now, just because of work and everything. Yeah, Tuesday. Nothing special for me. Just going to work and then come home late, make my dinner, sit around for a few hours before I go to bed. It's pretty much all I do. I'm up early in the morning. I stir about 4:30 a.m. Between that and 5 a.m. Then I get up, make my first cup of coffee, sit down, catch the news, read my emails and whatever else like that. See what's going on Facebook, what's going on YouTube. I know some people are having some weird things happening with their Google YouTube accounts. Oh, you can try that. When I have a bit of money, I will probably be downloading the app. Oh, excuse me here. Sorry about that, but it just is what it is. And what was I going to say here? I don't even remember. Damn it. Oh, download the app known as Spirit Talker. Apparently, it's a little better than everything else. Excuse me for my yes and no. I just been, I've had cold pills. I've been taking all week while I've been at work, and it's been kind of helping because it's cough, cold, and flu mixture. I don't have any Vicks because I don't have any money at the moment because I'm waiting for payday, which is supposed to be tomorrow. But we'll see how many days it is before I get it. It's weird where I am at work. I get paid twice a month. They pay you on the 15th and the 30th of every month. Now, of course, if it's not 30 days in the month, then you get paid on the last day of, the 28th or 29th. The thing is if it's on weekend or something, You have to wait like 3-4 days before the money is deposited into the account because of the way the accountants for where I work do it. I just got, was it yesterday or Thursday? They finally sent emails showing me, my pay stubs. It's crazy. But it is what it is. Now, I don't know. It's weird things. Yeah, I remember. Oh, okay. I'm hearing a reverb of me talking from whatever, but everything else is muted. Oh well. That's just it. Honey around here is very difficult to find, Beth, because the majority of the honey here is corn syrup. Or it's corn syrup and honey mixed together, so it's not the same. Now, I don't know if the bee farmer still is over where the Toronto Zoo is for here. They used to be just a little north from the zoo, and there was a local beehive farmer there. So I don't know if they are still there. They're still doing it or not. A lot of the honeybees, especially up here, a lot of them have been killed off, or they've lost places where they go to collect their honey from the flowers. Because people just been killing them up because they've been afraid of them. But I haven't seen very many honeybees here where I am in the city. I've seen more wasps, and I've seen a load ton of more hornets this year that have passed through the summer. The honeybees, I've barely seen them. Even when I have gone a couple of times 4 hours north of the city, that even up there, I haven't even seen any. And usually we do. Usually you find them, buzzing around during the day, and sometimes you'd find them occasionally at night when we have big bonfires outside. But they don't come around much. Well, that's just it. Most of the farms are too far away from where I live, Beth, so you don't know. So in certain stores, I guess, like Whole Food store, or, like some of those stores like that where they have, more natural ingredient foods. So I guess I'd have to go into one of those and see who it is. Apparently you have to read the label carefully, and also the texture of honey. If you actually put it between your fingers, if it's sticky, it's not honey. It should only cover your fingers, kind of like, maybe it's not 100% the same, but kind of like your liquid dish soap, how you put on your fingers, how it feels. It's supposed to kind of be like that. It's not really supposed to be sticky. If it's sticky on your fingers, right, when you just touch very quickly, then it's corn syrup. It's just, how it is. Lucky for you then, because I would love to have some proper honey, just like I love to have some proper apple butter. Miss it. Don't find it around anywhere. It's hard to find. And when you do find it, it seems to be more that corn syrup, sugary versions than anything else. It's like maple syrup. Like, you don't find maple syrup around here that easily anymore. It's more the corn syrup stuff or the pancake syrup stuff, which everybody has. To find actual pure maple syrup, it's like you're going to pay a lot of money for it. And it's far and few in between. And you get a small bottle too. You're not getting an average size bottle. You're getting a little bottle. Now, I know a couple places to get it, but that means I have to travel into the big city of Toronto and go to a couple places that I know where they sell pure maple syrup. Probably a 250 milliliter bottle. I'm paying anywhere about $15 or more for it. It's just ridiculous on some price. So there's some things I just don't buy anymore. I've been cutting back. I've been cheaping out, buying cheaper stuff. Maybe knockoffs, if you want to call it that, in some of the foods. I just don't bother with some of it anymore. Like, I mean, I have pancake syrup for pancakes. I just don't have pancakes that often. Most of the time when I have pancakes, usually my daughter's here. So that's twice a year. If I have pancakes on my own, otherwise, it's not that often. So maybe I might have pancakes 4 times a year, and that's it. That's just how it is. I've been watching different videos here and there of different people. Excuse me. Certain things. I just, I haven't been really interacting with very much, other than just a few people on Facebook. And then, leave a like, short comment on some videos here and there. It's not that I'm not, excuse me, that I don't want to do anything. I just, when I get home during the week, I don't do much. I just kind of sit. I go on to Pluto TV, free web stream service of older TV shows and that. I watch Star Trek. Sometimes I watch the Carol Burnett show. When I'm lucky, I get to watch All in the Family. I think because of the temperature and it's getting a little chillier in the room and I'm kind of sweating. And that perspiration is just getting to me. Hang on a sec here. Yeah, so as you can hear, the lingering cough. And it may last for a while longer. Who knows? I know some people have gotten this cold and they've had a cough for a month afterwards. Hopefully it's not something else. Excuse me. Yeah, I know, coughing too much. I have noticed that if I get too much cold air in my lungs, I start to cough. So I try to keep myself warm. I have myself a polar fleece blanket I put over myself. Keep it on me until I get to a point where I just can't handle it anymore. And then, then I take it off, let myself cool down, then I put it back on, type thing. It is what it is. I don't know what exploring I'm going to get doing between now and springtime. I'll try to do what I can when I can, because I got other things in life that pretty much trying to get to do. Family or real life situations besides myself. My mother, she's kind of sick too. I think she got the cold before me. Maybe she gave it to me. I don't know. It's possible. I'm going to mute myself here because I'm going to blow my nose. I don't think any of you really want to hear any of that. So just give me a minute here and I'll be right back. Just, I guess, listen to the music. All right. On top of it, she's dealing with her life partner, I'll say. Um, I mean, technically, in common law, because they've been living together for so long. She's the superintendent of the apartment building that she's in. He used to help out a lot. The last few years has been dwindling for him. Alzheimer's is setting in, and it's obvious. Um, he forgets certain things. He'll ask the same question millions of times in a day. And, she sometimes gets, upset with him because she's gone through it before with previous husband and had to put him in the home towards the end of his life. I think he spent the last year of his living life in the nursing home by the hospital, and he finally passed away. But he was very verbal and very physically violent. That's why she also put him in, and he always kept trying to do things that he couldn't and would fall down and hurt himself. And she said, "I told you not to do that." He goes, "No, you didn't," and would just totally argue with her all the time. This one, he's in and out. You can have a proper conversation with him, but then he might be asking you again half an hour to an hour later about what you just talked about. So she's dealing with that. He's not eating as much. He eats too much sweets. He's getting very weak in the legs. He's a heavy set man. I think he's like 5'10", probably, I would say about 260, 270 pounds. So he sits all day. He gets up. Maybe, if you're lucky, he'll get up for an hour, go outside, walk around the building with his little grabby stick to pick up garbage, put it in the bag, and throw it in the garbage bin outside, and then come back in, and then he just sits and then says, "Oh yeah, I'm going to go for a walk later this afternoon or just after dinner." And he never does it. And she'll say, "I thought you were going for..." "Oh, no, I don't feel like it now." Doctor's appointments, he cancels them because he doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to take modern medicine. He says, "Oh, I'm more of a homeopath type person," but he doesn't even go to those doctors, whatever. And if the doctor is anything but not Caucasian, not white, he won't go to them. He refuses. He thinks that they're out to get him or something. He will not do a will. She's been bugging him to get done. She's talked to his son. His son says, "I'm not signing anything." Because he's done a few things in the past, his father, and, he's holding that grudge against him. So that way he doesn't get liable. But if the man dies, nobody's getting this money. My mom's already done it, Beth. So, this is number 2. I know. See, the only part about this cough that I hate is twofold. One, you get that little tickle behind the tonsils in the back of the throat. Or 2, your sinuses drip, and for whatever reason, you need to cough to try to get out, but then when you try to do it, it just won't come out. Unfortunately, she can't get power of attorney, and I think it's because his son has it, but he doesn't have full power of attorney. He has partial, so he can take care of money and get it out of the bank, but I don't think he has full control because there's nothing in paper. It's all verbal. Other than that one thing, like I said, to be able to withdraw the money from the bank. My mom has tried all sorts of different things. His son will not do anything, and unfortunately, it's out of her hands now. She can't physically do anything about it. And she tried getting him to talk to him. He'll talk on the phone and he goes, "Oh, well, I don't see anything wrong with my father." Or he comes and it's like he's not there for very long. He seems perfectly fine. And he can be for that short period of time. And then all of a sudden, bang, it's different. It's kind of like he needs to be around his father for a whole week and just kind of sit back and kind of watch, not really interact with him, not do anything else, just kind of watch. But won't do it. Like, I mean, we've gone, we go once in a while. I think once a month we go at least out for dinner. And he goes, "Oh, where's the washroom?" Meanwhile, we've been to this place. We go to this place all the time. So the washroom's in the same place. Nothing's changed. We tell him. He'll get halfway there, and then all of a sudden he'll get confused as to where he's going. And you start walking back. And then all of a sudden he'll turn around. "Oh, yeah, okay, I remember now." He's going it's happened once where he didn't make it, and he peed himself. He does this in his sleep. He'll pee himself. And my mom would say, it's like, "You need to change your pajamas." It's like, ew, they're wet. Don't you even notice that? He's like, "No." Yeah, I know. And that's kind of like what my mom feels like she's being the nurse babysitter right now. And, like she's not being compensated for anything extra and stuff. That's just how it is. Right? So that's kind of, things that are going on in my life. Have kind of keep me away a little bit from interacting online a lot. And then I pick and choose where I want to be, what I do. I'll go to some people's lives and, and I'll be honest, like, hey, I got nothing to hide. I got, so honesty and truth is the biggest thing that, you hear from me on this channel, especially, and from me anywhere. There are people that I just don't get along with, that have rubbed me the wrong way through the past, and they've been given multiple chances to try to show me something different, that they're changing, but they don't. They always seem to be doing the same thing. So I don't bother with them. I don't interact. So if I see them in the live chat, I don't really say anything. I'll just go in there, click the thumbs up. If I remember to leave a comment, in the comment section for, when replay and all that, I'll do it. Sometimes I forget, and it's just, because I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to stir the shit pot unless I have to. That's just the way I'm being. I kind of basically, I don't care. I already know people who've said things about me in the last few weeks. I don't really give a shit. Let them talk. Why? Because they got nothing else better to do. Obviously, I'm more important in their lives than they are to me. That's why they're talking about me. I've heard certain things and I've made comments, and I'm sure they've seen it, and they can think whatever they want about me. I don't really care. Part of it is this small community within the community of social media and YouTube and whatever else, with the paranormal group, and somebody, trying to tell their people how they should or shouldn't do their videos and this and that, which I think is totally wrong, because who are they? Who are they to tell you how you should or should not do your videos, or what you should or shouldn't put up on YouTube, etc., etc.? Piss on it. As far as I'm concerned, they're just self-centered assholes who think they're better than anybody else and that their shit don't stink. That's just putting it blunt as I can. I hate people like that. And I know there's several people that I know that flock to these people constantly. Yet though they've been screwed over so many times by these same people, and they keep going back. Why? It's not going to change. That is just insanity. Expecting a different outcome. Yet though, how many times are you going to forgive them before you finally open your eyes and see that these are dramatic, toxic people in your life that you need to get rid of, that you need to walk away? But the first thing is, you got to admit that there's an issue and that you need to address it to yourself first, before anything else. then you have to look at these people and say, okay, these people are toxic, traumatic. They give me a stressful life situation. After a certain period of time, I'm screwed again by them in some way or another. Okay. So you need to wake up, open your eyes, not have your eyes wide shut, like the majority of people out there do, and see the people for who they are. Why they keep doing the same shit over and over. Why is there always drama around them? Why is there always arguments near them? Why is it always they're saying that, oh, it's got to be this way, not that way? Why is it that if you don't kiss their ass, they don't come around near you? So pay attention, open your eyes. Um, like I said, I give now to the people what the people are giving to me. So if you don't give me any of your time, you don't get any of my time. If you give me a little bit of your time, I give you a little bit of my time. I'm not going to up the ante and say, okay, you gave me 3 hours of your time. I'm going to give you 4. No, I'm going to give you 3. Exactly the same as what you give me. I'm not telling you you need to be here when I'm doing something live. Hey, I love it. And if you show up, you show up. If you don't, you don't. If you come in and all you do is say, hey, Dev, and that's it, and you're going, that's fine. I don't really care. Go. But don't tell me, oh, I'm busy, whatever, I can't make it. And then I find out that, you went somewhere else instead. It kind of is telling me that I'm not that important anymore in your life. And if that's the case, then you're not important to me. Okay? That's in a nutshell. Plain and simple. As you're listening here, and, if you're just a listener, listening into me ranting, talking away, gibbering away, whatever, that's great. But just take it as what I'm saying with an open mind. If you can't do that and can't agree to disagree as a true adult and know that, oh, you're still getting a bit of respect, but even though we can disagree and I can, I can rib on you, I can pull your leg, I can, make you feel like a real asshole or whatever, or me pretending to be an asshole towards you. It's just the way, a nature of my character that I am. Time zones is one thing, Beth. We all agree to that. So not everybody can be there for everybody. It just is what it is. Just like I get a little upset with my own daughter because she doesn't tell me in advance that, oh, I'm going to go to my friend's house Saturday. Maybe sleep overnight, maybe not. I'll try contacting her Saturday morning. But I don't get an answer right away. And then all of a sudden it's like I say, oh, I'm at my friend's house. Okay, fine. I don't say anything. But inside I'm a little bit upset. It's like, why didn't you, if you're going to your friend's house this morning, or you knew this morning, why didn't you just send me a message saying, hey, I'm going to my friend's house later today, so I'll talk to you tomorrow. She hasn't learned that yet. So, even John can say the same thing about that, Beth. Right? I mean, John and I, we met through a mutual friend who has passed away now. I kind of pushed him away towards the end because he just had too much drama around him. And Cowboy John knows exactly who I'm talking about. Without having to mention any names, we don't have to. We just leave it aside. And when I say things about, certain people, if you notice that, I haven't said names. I really don't need to say names. But when I do need to drop a name, I will drop a name. And with all, due respect to the guy was a great guy. I'd say that he wore his heart on his sleeve for himself and for his family and for his friends. He may have been closer to some friends than others. And I know it was through him how Cowboy John and I met, but I don't think it was on his channel. I think it was on another channel that we met through wrestling video game that people were doing on YouTube here. But with those people, sorry, it's because I moved a certain way. I guess clearing my lungs stretched out, opened it up too much, and gulped too much air in at once. That's a little colder than my body is. That's why I'm starting to cough right now. And we can agree and disagree. Cowboy John and I have been through a bunch of different bullshit on social media. There's been times where we've stopped talking. We've come back. I don't know his side. He can say whatever he wants, but I know on my side that I've kind of like whatever's happened and that we've been involved around, that I've let kind of the dust settle, like walk away, let things cool down, and we keep talking. I rib and joke around with Beth. That's here, and in the chat. I rib around with a lot of different people. I say different things, and it's just part of who I am. My interaction, but we can always agree to disagree. It's how we treat things. Are we adults? Okay, yeah, we're adults. Okay, then why don't we treat our disagreements like adults? Why is it that we go back to the school ground and act like little children? Most of us, well, good majority of us, don't know any different. That's all we know. Because that's all we can do. Then there's those of us that, will admit, oh, okay, yes, I was wrong, whatever, sorry, blah, blah, blah. But then they do it again and again and again and again. So there's a point in time where you need to choose to make it stop. So that's going back to, something I already had been talking about. You just love it the way it sounds now because of the raspiness and gives it a little bit more deeperness into the voice. It's kind of like, Beth, how are you today? Are you laying down on your couch with your feet up? See, so, I'm joking around with her, but she, I don't plan to change for anyone for any reason. I'm just me. My name is what you see here on this avatar, what you see for this YouTube channel. It is who I am. I am devilish. It doesn't mean, ish, or not being a real deal. It's like you get from me what you project to me. Okay, and if you don't understand that, so basically if you want to be an ass towards me, you're going to get the ass from me coming back at you. If you want to be stupid, sarcastic, you're going to get stupid, sarcastic back. If you're going to treat me kindly and nicely, you're going to get kindly and nicely. But, and here's where the but comes in. If there's too much drama and toxic environment around you, don't expect me to hang around. Yeah, I know. It's kind of like, I don't disrespect you or anything. I just hate the fact that you like the Gamecocks so much, Cowboy John, that you like this pansy sport known as NFL and or American football. Yet though, meanwhile, they very seldom actually hit the ball with their feet unless it's for a field goal or for a punt. They mostly handle it with their hands like little snowflakes. But, John and I can disagree on that. For me, football is what is known in the Americas, and I don't mean just United States, as soccer. But the real football will always be Australian rules rugby. That is the real man's sport. Okay? Because they don't use equipment. They hit above and below the belt. They lose teeth. And that's almost within the first hour of playing. Okay. But him, Another guy that I have on Facebook that I met through some other people, and I'm friends with him. He doesn't treat me any different. I know he's got some toxic people and dramatic people around him. I haven't pushed him away because he personally, he gets some of the things the same way I do about some people, and I'm not. But that's Nubs. Ventures with Nubs, or Nubby, Nubsy, whatever you want to call him. Because, he likes his Philadelphia Eagles in the NFL football league. And I bug him about it because I don't really cheer for any NFL team. I have my little bits here and there. I like more the New Orleans Saints, but that's just me. Okay. But I don't really go out and cheer for them, or brag or this or that, or say anything. It just is what it is. Just like, I love my national soccer team for the Major League Soccer, MLS, is the Toronto FC. Now, even though I think he's finally retired now, even though I did have my soccer players that I followed for a long time, and there's not too many left that are around that I follow. I'm trying to get back into some of the newer guys that are just starting. I don't know enough who's left on the national team for Germany anymore. But then they've got so many teams deep that isn't funny. They could put 12 teams into, the World Cup or the Euro Cup easily, because that's how many teams deep their national team is. They look and search for young players, but that's besides the point. So is following a few others. Yeah, I know. College football is different. We have college university football up here too, but it's not as glorified as in the US, I would say. Like, it's not pumped up, it's not hyped as much. You hear about the few university teams here and there, like, okay, there used to be a few good high school teams that used to be, and a few of the schools have closed down, changed, moved, and they're not the same anymore. There was a few university football teams that, were good. The only thing, for them here is to go to what we call the CFL, Canadian Football League. And for the city of Toronto, we have the Toronto Argonauts. And of course, right now they're doing really good. So, I bug another friend that some of you know that, roots on, I think it is, Blue Bombers, in CFL division. So every time she posts something, I always type in Argos, because it's the Toronto Argonauts is being the best team right now. And I think in 2 weeks time, I think next Sunday or Saturday is the semifinals, and then the finals on November 11th, I believe it is. Majority of Europe, Asia, even a few parts of the United Kingdom refer to soccer as football. It is more widely known as football than anything else. Now, college and NFL is, to them, they call it American football. Okay? They don't say football for it. They call that American football. Because football is soccer to them, and it always has been. Now, I've always called it soccer as a kid, and as I slowly grew up and started meeting other foreigners coming from other countries and talking to them, so, let's go play football. It's like, well, wait a second, but you got a soccer ball. And then after learning, it's like, no, we call this football. It's like, yes, that's right. And forgetting about, snail mail conversations with other parts of my family members from Poland and Germany. Oh, Man U sucks manhole covers. Man City is better. How about that? If I'm going to pick an English team, I'll say Man City is better than Man U. How about that? Stick that in your hooves, Beth, and smoke it. I will come out and say that the German national, I'll say it's soccer team, is my main team. Then I look at Bundesliga for Bayern Munich. Then after that, I changed to the South American Spanish area for Brazil and Colombia after that. And then I kind of stop. I follow a little bit of our MLS for my city's soccer team. Now, I don't know whether this coming summer we'll get it back or not, because I missed it because of the damn pandemic, and I've never heard anything after that. But we used to have the rugby team that came from the UK. I can't remember where they came from exactly. And then they became what was known as the Toronto Wolfpack for rugby. And I was supporting them and really getting into it. I was getting ready to buy tickets, and then the stupid COVID hit and never paid attention. What? I dare. Just don't dare me, otherwise I'll do it. That's part of who I am. There hasn't been a dare that I haven't actually not done. Well, I know before. I don't know about now. Times have changed. I'm different. I'm older. I'm a little bit more wiser than I used to be. That's just how I am. Now, I even know that there's another little football club not too far away from their Beth that actually can kick Man U's ass very easily, and always has. But we won't get into that. See, here's the difference. The question is, when you say Canadian bacon, John, are you referring to what is really called back bacon or P-mail bacon? Okay, that is it's still the bacon. It's just more of the meat that is brined. I forget what liquid it is, and then rolled in cornmeal. Okay, that is typically what we consider kind of the Canadian bacon, was what we call P-mail or back bacon. Okay, has very little fat and is actually better than regular bacon for you. But we do have what you guys say is belly bacon, side bacon, right? We have all that bacon up here. We eat it all. And then there's ham, which is different. Yeah, I know you guys call basic ham gammon, and that's what I call ham as well here. We don't call it gammon. I remember when another friend of mine, Ashley, that's on Facebook, she's from the UK, and she's always said, "Oh, I'm having gammon and corn and mashed potatoes or whatever, or salad." It's like, "Oh, gammon, what the fuck is gammon?" I go, "I see, it looks like ham." Because it is, that's what it is. It's like, I thought maybe it was just a way it was cooked or something, but it's just basic ham. Sometimes we have what is called cottage rolls or ham on the bone, for roasting. Sometimes we have it for Thanksgiving, Christmas, or Easter, or sometimes a big family meal. You have it, and then with all the side trimmings. That's what that was for me growing up. But growing up as a kid, from my mom's side of the family, as I said, you got the German and Polish. See, you say shanks, we don't call it shanks. Shanks is a little different here. I don't know if it's the same cut of meat offhand. I don't remember 100% anymore. I used to know all that um, because of my grandfather, but also because, I worked at one of the big grocery stores that is known over here as Loblaw or Loblaws. Um, so I worked close to the meat department because I worked in the bakery and the patisserie part. But my grandfather, because him and my grandmother would always go buy a full cow once a year, and sometimes they would get half a peg or a full peg, and then share it, with the family. So we would get some. So that's how I got to learn about different cuts and what they use certain cuts to make, burgers or sausages with, or a few other things. He would always have a 2-inch thick belly bacon slab or shank, and would put it in the smokehouse that they built. So it would get dried and cured. You could eat it right off the hook. Like, you could just take a knife, take a shaving, and you could just eat it, and it was perfectly fine for you. Then there was another part of bacon that was done a certain way, kind of belly bacon, but we called it shinga. Now, maybe that was a Polish name because of the type of cured meat that it was. Geez, I got my plate ready, so who's going to fill it? John? Beth? No, I'm just, I only got chicken thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs pulled out, and I'm probably going to roast them off with some sweet and sour sauce, and then probably some rice to go along with it. That's probably about it. Every Saturday or Sunday, I always cook up a big meal, even though it's just me, but to have it for the rest of the week. Because like I said, I get up early in the morning. I don't leave until about 7:30. Get to work in around 8:30 ish. Start, we're supposed to start at 9 a.m. Finish by 5:30 p.m. By the time I leave work and finally get home in the door, it is almost 7 p.m. and I really don't want to cook. I don't mind heating something up, but I just don't want to cook. Then I sit around till maybe 9:30, and then I go to bed. That's my work. That's my week. Only if you send it by the bloody sea, Beth. If you put it in a proper container and put it in a plane, I can get it. You can get it to me in 2 days. And John, you can send yours so it gets to me overnight. I can heat it back up, I'm probably gonna jump. I'm gonna jump off the mic here for like a minute or two. I'm gonna make myself another cup of coffee. I don't have a regular big pot brewer. I just do the little little K-cups. No, I don't buy K-cups. I just have a permanent filter. I just put loose coffee grounds in it and brew it off. So I'm just gonna kind of step away from the mic for a minute or two here while I get that set up, and I'll be right back, folks. Say what? What? Who? What? All right, Beth, you go. Take care. Thanks for dropping in. If you just turning it, Dev, we'll be right back. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh, if you're just tuning in, oh, I thought you were tuning it. What are we tuning up there, John? The banjo, the forks, spoons, the harmonica, the ukulele. Are we going to be like the one-man band of Weird Al Yankovic? Excuse me a sec. I'm gonna blow my nose here. It's not always about typing fast there, John. Sometimes depends what you're typing on. It doesn't always register your finger strokes for the keyboard strokes that you're doing. I know sometimes that when I'm on my tablet, I might be hitting all the letters, all the keystrokes properly, but sometimes it doesn't always register, either because I'm going too fast or I didn't touch it quite right. And then sometimes if I don't touch right on the actual key on the tablet, or even on my cell phone, for instance, that'll type the two letters because I've kind of touched close to another one. But that's just how it is. I don't know what I'm going to do with my other channel. I was thinking of not even keeping it as just a gaming channel anymore. That I might just do a little bit of gaming here on this channel and just kind of keep most of my stuff all together. And then just have the different playlists for anything that people, want to look at, follow through. I just have to get my mindset going, just because I've been set back so much, and because of it, I just keep forgetting, because my mind keeps wandering all over the place, and new things pop in. It's like, oh, I'm going to do this or do that, and it's like, oh, wait a sec, I got to go back and do this. Yes, I still got to finish off properly my 8 mythological creatures of Canada. I think we were finally up to 6. I did do 7 and 8. One of those 2 that I still have to do is on Wendigo, and I forget what the other one was. I don't remember offhand. I have to go back and actually look. I don't think you guys get it, but my coffee just finished brewing. And here's something for you guys. If you drink coffee, try this. The first couple of cups, you probably might think, oh, okay, no, this just doesn't go together. But truthfully, if you like the taste of cinnamon in your grinds, okay, regardless of how you brew your coffee, add a teaspoon of cinnamon. It is good for you. Yes, the first time I tried it, it was like, no, I taste the cinnamon too much. No. I do use flavored coffee creamer as well. My coffee, I don't use any sugar anymore, or any sweeteners. The creamer is sweet enough. So I put it in. I use International Delights. Right now I'm on French vanilla coffee creamer. I just using regular Folgers coffee, a medium roast. I don't like dark roast. I don't like the strong taste of coffee. I've had cappuccinos and espressos and just to try, but they're not for me. I don't like the taste. I'm not after the caffeine fix or anything like that. I have a cup or 2 in the morning. Today is this, right now, this is my 3rd cup. I got up just a little bit after 8 this morning. My first cup is usually just to warm me up, pretty much, or just kind of to drink, get me going a little bit. Yet though it's probably the wrong thing to drink first thing in the morning. There's probably other better health beneficial stuff than drinking coffee. And apparently supposed to drink a certain type of roast coffee, black, and add cinnamon to it, and that's supposed to be the most healthiest coffee for you. Now, I can't remember the roast to say what darkness or how much, whatever. I don't remember that. I know I've read all these things, so I know a little bit. So sometimes I go back. Um, just like sometimes, and I'll say this, people will say things and it's like, that's not true. And I'll go back to do my research. And I've always said, do your research, people, before you speak about things. Because some of us, we might have heard a little bit of something and it might not be true, yet that we speak it and wholeheartedly take it to our heart and say, that's totally 100%, 2000% true. But meanwhile, it's not. And somebody else like myself or whoever will come along and correct you. And then you feel like an ass because you didn't do your research properly. It's like, oh, I didn't know. I always thought. And it's like, that's fine. If you didn't know and you always thought because that's what you read or heard or somebody told you, that's fine. If you want to admit to that, that's fine. There's other people that they won't. They're right and that's it. And it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to argue with the point, but this is the truth and that's it. I'm going to get up here in a second and stir my creamer into my coffee cup. Actually, I don't even know. Hang on. Maybe I can readjust all this and I can talk to you guys at the same time while I'm doing it. I just won't put the creamer into the fridge right away. But yeah, I like flavored coffee. I haven't bought any flavored coffee, beans, or grounds in a while. I don't like to buy the beans too much because I have a small little grinder, but I feel that it doesn't grind the way I want it to. And then I have to put in small batches of beans at a time to grind it down to a fine grind, because otherwise I think it's like a medium grind. There's a lot of chunkiness still into it. Sorry, I had to take that sip. Poured a little too much into my cup and wasn't sure if I make it all the way to sit back down again. If you're tuning in, you're catching at this part, welcome to my Sinful Sundays Chit Chat. Doesn't mean that we're talking about sins or anything, but we can. It just depends on the interaction. The people who come into chat, interact with me, talk with me, and do things. And we'll just go from there. It doesn't matter. I'm not worried about numbers. I'm not worried about anything. And I'm going to say this because I see this a lot. And it's not just people that are close by that you think I'm talking about you. I'm not. I'm talking about the majority of people in general. Okay? Like I said, I go to different social medias, even though I don't have full social media accounts. I do know a few ways to get around to look at things. I just can't interact. So for instance, I can go and watch everything that there needs to be on TikTok, Instagram, and all the other different social media. I just don't interact. I don't have an account. I know a way to go through the web to be there so I can see everything. I go to other streaming services that people use to play their games or do lives or whatever. Where was I going to go with it? Yeah, see, I had 5 thoughts that popped in my head, and I was trying to go with one, and the other 4 were taking over what I was thinking. Because I got one more saying, okay, as soon as I get off of this, I gotta contact my daughter, talk to her for a while today. Then, I know later on today at about 4 p.m. I'll be watching the Formula One race. I kind of follow it. I'm a fan, but I'm not that big, huge of a fan. I don't go nuts. I don't have, a main team that I want. A couple individual drivers that I like. From the Red Bull, Carlos Perez. Then I like also, where is he now? Is he with Williams? Daniel Ricciardo. And there's a third guy. I forget now. Oh yeah, the oldest guy. Alfonso. That's it. I don't really follow much of any other car sports. I will go once in a while. I'd rather be there live to watch the game than watch the sports on TV. I'll go to our Major League Baseball team, the Toronto Blue Jays. You guys saw from the summer when I went with my daughter. Sorry, because I was moving around. Got myself a little chill because the temperature isn't very high. Yeah, I live in a dungeon, or aka the basement of a house. So it gets a little cooler down here, and then if the floor and the walls get cold, it stays colder for a little bit longer. So the air is a little colder. Sorry for coughing in your ears. Don't mean it, but can't mute fast enough. But we'll leave it as that. Maybe those of you who are watching replay, you want me to talk about something for the next Sunday, or Sinful Sundays Chit Chat, then you can leave a comment down below in the comments. Let me know. If you're somebody that's subscribed to me or following, just leave a comment. I don't care what it is. Just say, hey, Dev, or cool, or interesting, or, missed it, rewatching, whatever, after you hit the thumbs up button. Just let me know. What I was going to say about the numbers. See, recalled it. It just took me a little bit. I'm not worried about subscribers. I'm not worried about the watch out, the views. I look at the watch hours just to see, are they the same? Have they gone down? And when I do put out a video, how long everybody's watching for, on average. So if I do this and this has only been like 45 minutes and people are only watching 3 minutes of it, okay. I kind of try to figure out, okay, maybe what I'm talking about, not everybody's interested, and that's fine. Don't have to be. And that's called, agreeing to disagree and just treating it with respect. And that's pretty much the main thing, is the respect, not the stupidity. Sure, there's places and times where you have fun, you rib people, this or that, but do it in a respectful manner instead of, kind of stupid. It's not like trying to be an ass or trying to get on people's nerves or push their buttons. It's not really about that. I can do it. I just don't feel like it anymore. Is it because of how old I am now? Maybe. But I do believe, and I know for sure, that is, I'm tired of the regular shit that's been going on for the last 5 years. I could even say 8 years, for that matter. It's just, I'm tired of it. It's boring. It's like a broken record. And I'll say within the last few years, I've pushed a lot of people away. People I've pushed away that I partially thought I might never have pushed away. But then again, they keep pulling certain dramatic, toxic people back in their lives. They want to be around, and they tend to be around them more than somebody who actually is honest and truthful and isn't really out to hurt them in any shape, way, or form. But then I've just been treated like shit by people. I've said things, and to be honest and truthful, and people turned it around and try to put it against me, not allowing the actual truth to come out. So it is what it is. I'm not going to worry about it anymore. I'm just kind of tired of certain things. People want things to go their way only and no other way. They don't want to be open to opinions or different thoughts. eyes wide shut, narrow-minded, conceited. They think they're godlike. I don't care about those people. And there's several of them out there that many of you do follow. But to each their own. I can't do anything different. I'm not going to try to change you. I'm not going to try and change your thoughts. That's who you want to be around with because you enjoy them. That's fine. That's your thing. It's not mine. So don't expect me to be, part of the lost sheep. I'm not. I do my own thing. I have my own beliefs. I do my own stuff. Whether you like it or not, that's not my problem. That's yours. Right? It's for you to worry about, not for me. I'm not here to please everybody, and I'm not going to try to do it. I'm just going to do my thing. If you want to come along and be along for the journey, that's fine. And as I said, as long as you're respectful to me, I'll be respectful back. Whatever has happened in the past is how you're judged currently today. So until you can show me differently that you're not the same broken record as you've always been, then things won't change. You'll be left where you are. And it's no sweat off my balls or the donkey's balls for that matter. I'm not worrying about it. It is what it is, and I will move on with or without you. I'm not worried about it. I will do me. And there may be a time where I decide that I'm not going to do this anymore. And so be it. Maybe because my life has changed. And I am looking for things to change for in my life down the road. I just don't know how quickly I'm going to be doing it. Part of it, I can say that maybe I'm afraid. That I'm scared to take that next step into that life that I want to do. And I just don't know how to take that step. Maybe it's I need the right person to give me that push. Maybe it's I gotta rethink my train of thoughts. Kind of like how, I made a video and it's, somewhere here you can go back and look through my videos. Watch it. 8 steps to getting rid of stress or drama from your life. And the biggest one, and the main thing is you got to admit that there's something wrong to yourself and start with you and then step back and move forward. Because that's the hardest thing, is admitting to yourself that you have this problem, that there's something going on in your life, and then looking at where it's coming from. So, there's that. There'll be more stories of different things. I hope you guys enjoyed my little story on the Muffin Man. I'll have other ones come up, whether it's from nursery rhymes, kids' stories, songs, whatever. And tell you guys, there's one that's about something around in the neighborhood where I am, and I'm got to do my research on it before I give you a tidbit story. But until then, I will say, enjoy the rest of your day, regardless of what time of the day it is. And I'll come back again next Sunday. Sinful Sundays, Chit Chat with me, Dev or Devilish. Until then, enjoy your day, and I'll see you on the dark side.